Jared Malloy, he's my firstborn. We were so excited. And he has always been a child that was just very, very obedient, quiet growing up.
He's more personal. So he likes to know, like, if you're good, if you're okay, if you need anything. He always have, like, something, like an idea, but he also want to make sure, like, he wants to run the idea by, like, everyone who works here, but then also see if you have any ideas, too.
He's just a cool dude overall. He's thoughtful. If you need some help, he's going to come out and help you. You know, you can call him anytime for real.
He is very smart, real dedicated, and real energetic. And he doesn't let negativity enter his space. He's a very positive person, and I'm real proud of it.
It was just out of the ordinary how Jared got a chance to be in Louisiana. He was on a traveling baseball team, and he went out there and did, his job as a pitcher. He impressed the coach. They offered him a scholarship.
He worked hard, and he never let anything take his focus away. He was always focused on what he was trying to get done as a baseball player, as a pitcher, and I was proud of him then, because he was just so focused on what he was trying to get done, and he never got distracted by things around him.
He got this offer from out in Louisiana, and so he accepted it. And so there, who would have thought that when he graduated in June, that he'd be, in May, that he'd be going to Louisiana. I think I've driven through there, going to New Orleans maybe, but that was it, He
went off to college and played college baseball, which was probably one of his better sports because he was a pitcher, and he was a very good pitcher, probably one of the best in the SWAC when he played at Southern University.
So he got this opportunity to play baseball, and from there, that's the connection between SneauxBalls. So when he graduates, he stayed out there, he got his MBA, and he comes back, and then he goes, well, I don't want a desk job. You don't want a desk job? I mean, like, you did major in business. What did you expect? He goes, Mom, I don't want a desk job. I don't want a desk job. I said, okay.
He was living here, I believe, and I think he was working with Northwestern Mutual at the time, and he decided that he was going to make some extra money, I thought, because he was just going to go with a tent, a little ice machine, shaved ice machine, and went to apartment complexes, and they had pool parties and things like that. He sold shaved ice.
He started off with just a table and a machine. So it showed us that he was serious about this because it was a table and a machine. And then he wanted to do the vending truck. And so we were just like, I'm still thinking hobby. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay. And now it's mushroomed into a business.
I remember distinctly, there was a moment when I first started the business where I remember her words were, do you think people are gonna buy ice? And I was like, in my head, I was like, she has no idea. And I think that was one of those things that I just carried on with me. Not to prove anybody wrong or anything, just to be like, I'm literally about to sell a whole bunch of ice. Like, I just have no idea.
I remember it so well. He was sitting at the computer, and he started doing research on these vending trucks. Well, I know my son, if he's asking questions, that means that this is what he wants to happen.
When he wanted to expand it and wanted to buy a trailer or food truck, basically is what it is, he called on me to say, I got this food truck I want to buy, and I said, well, you have life insurance, and you have a lot of cash value in those life insurance policies.
I don't even think I had a SneauxBall when the times we went out to visit Jared when he see him play baseball. I don't think I even tasted a snowball. Fast forward when he was working with the county also, and I would ask him, well, being tax collector, I know a lot about the property appraiser's office, and so I'm excited about that aspect of it. And I'm asking him, well, how's it going? And he's just like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, we did this, we did that. And I could ask them, well, how much ice do you have? Oh, you know what? I've got this, and I saw this, and I mean, this excitement, the passion. I'm just like, that's where his heart is. But Mom wasn't convinced that. It's like, what? I would always say things like, you need to, your real job. This is like a hobby, your real job. Little did I know that, it would end up like this. But we've always supported him.
I think it's pretty amazing just to see the growth of everything and to see that, just a idea and a vision that I had is actually here. So I never imagined having employees. We now have almost between 11 and 12 on our team, which is, I think that's absolutely crazy.
So I've been here since we were 5 to 7. At first, we wasn't like really into the whole social media. We were like, a lot of people still knowing about us, knowing that we only been open for like going on 3 years. Now a lot of people are like, oh dang, y'all been here for 3 years. It's kind of interesting to see like new people coming in, because you really get to see a business grow. So for me to come in and just see like us starting, like we were starting, but like to see us really grow, it makes you want to start something yourself and just really like give into it, to see how much he put in work and see how he just really give. It kind of just makes you want to like do your own thing.
He laid back. He's super laid back. He gonna work with you, like whether it's scheduling, customers come in and might say we was maybe a rude, but he just kind of acts our side of it. A lot of other managers gonna just side with them. He treat us like, I don't know, he's the boss, but he gonna talk to us, or he gonna ask our opinion on things, and he accepts what we tell him, and same like vice versa. It's kind of like a mutual respect thing. He kind of don't try to step on toes and make us feel like it's a dictatorship, you know what I'm saying?
When he gets really busy, he don't mind like jumping in and like helping people and stuff.
Like he'll come work behind the counter with us whenever he need to.
Basically, Sunday is his only day off, and he starts in the morning really early, 5, 6 in the morning, I think, and I know he doesn't finish before 7 or 8 in the evenings. You would think that's just the shaved ice was seasonal, but he stays open during the winter also, and he still gets enough business to take care of all his expenses as employees and himself.
But just to see, the growth of where it's at right now, I couldn't imagine it.
In a sense, I am surprised at the level of success, but I'm not surprised at the success itself, because sports taught him to be a hard worker, and his dad always instilled in him to be a hard worker. And his dad would just tell some of these things, share with him things that his dad shared with him, and he'd share these things with Jared about working hard and so forth.
He got better, and he's getting better in his business, I'm sure, every day, every week. So we're real proud of him, and we're very supportive of him.
I'm thankful that I did start with the tent table, because now I've really grown through every aspect, from starting off with the table and tent to purchasing a trailer, to opening a storefront, to actually designing and creating my own trailer now, which you utilize for the drive-through. Those stepping stones and those levels were very important to the growth of SneauxBall, and personally, just the mindset I had. Like, I think that's the biggest thing, is just the mind shift. I've always been a super positive person, but by running this business, it truly opened up my mindset, and just the positivity, just to keep pushing, the motivation factor of, me encouraging myself really, but I see the bigger picture now is really more so it's the community that I've been inspiring, which is why I started the whole business from the start. It's just encouraging, man. That's the kind of stuff that just keeps me pushing, because I know I have such a great support system behind me, and it's for the community. That's what it's truly for, the community.
Who the best at making snowballs? Jared might say he the best, but nah, I think I'm probably Jared. He number 2. I think I'm the best at making snowballs. I think I am. He got his cone A1 though. His cone, like, he make like a little, his cone A1. He kind of got, but nah, I think I'm the best though. I think I'm the best at making the snowballs. I think he might say the same thing if you get him behind the camera. I don't know, but I think I'm the best at making snowballs. But Jared is definitely a close second.
I know you probably would say it was Jared because, you know, he started it and whatever. But it's me. I mean, come on, let's be real. I'm still teaching Jared tricks. I teach everyone. So I'm the best. I know how to pour. I know how to hold a cup. I don't even get stuff on my cup when I pour. So that's how you know I'm the best. I don't even need the spill tray. That's how you know. If I had to rate Jared, 1 being like, you know, bad, 10 being the best, I give him a 9.5 because he's you know, he did teach me, but I would probably give myself a 10 because I'm still teaching him. So, you know, he's still close. He's real close. You know, sometimes he be getting me, but I be still teaching him. So it don't matter.
Oh my God, I love it here so much. Okay, the first time I came here, I got the Florida Paradise and I fell in love. It has like mango, pineapple, and pina colada in it. And it's so good. And you can get like toppings like chocolate, and you can get sour spray, and you can get cream cheese, or not cream cheese, cheesecake. You can get cheesecake and ice cream. I just really love it here. It's great. It's local. I love it. I just feel like I really belong here in Tallahassee, and they belong here. They're so Tallahassee. And they're so nice, and they make the greatest snow cones I've ever had. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever heard of this cartoon called The Codename Kids Next Door, but it's one of my favorites from the 90s and like early aughts. And they had this villain who his goal was to create the perfect snow cone. And in my heart of hearts, I believe that's what the SneauxBalls have done here, is create the perfect snow cone. And that's why I keep coming back. Well, everyone should come here, but they should come here like slowly enough so I don't have to wait in line personally. That's what I think. So I hope that a lot of people don't find out how great this place is, because it'll probably have to like be in a skyscraper.